Hey guys, it's Kim. Welcome back to my channel, and I'm here with another Project Pan update. This is for the EYES2023 Project Pan. Enjoy your eyeshadow. The hashtag is EYES2023. It was created by Deb B. She wanted to come up with a project where all you had to do was enjoy your eyeshadows, use what you want, and report back in a video what you think. She also wanted us to do a peek, what is our favorite thing, and a pit, what did we not like so much. In the same video, I am updating my Pan That palette for the year. My focus palette is the Norvina palette from ABH, and my baby Pan That palette is this Lorac palette, or not Lorac, Lancome palette, which I called the Estee Lauder palette in the intro, and I was mistaken. So the people that are using the Norvina palette as their Pan That palette, well, there's quite a few people, but the people that I know of so far specifically is Ceylan, Valerie, Deb B, and Jen. Jen is using the actual, like the big Norvina palette from Project Beauty. So I'll put everything in the description box below so that you can see who's participating in this. The people participating in EYES2023, I feel like I'm all over the place. I'm a hot mess today. I'm getting over being sick. I had COVID again, and now I have shingles. So it's not fun. I'm on medicine, and I'm on prednisone, so that's probably why I'm so hyper. Anyway, stuff that you didn't want to know about Kim, episode 585. Anyway, I probably won't even cut that out. Those of us participating in EYES2023, there is me, Jen from Project Beauty, Deb B, Danny from Danny's Makeup, Shelly from Unapologetically Shelly, Verity from Red Dirt and Stardust, Ginny, I'm not sure what her channel's name is. I'm gonna have to go check her out. And then Mandy from Mandy IRL. So let me get into telling you about all the palettes that I've been using in the last month before I ramble on even more. So like I said, my focus palette for the year is Norvina, and I will put up a picture of the palette where I'm at right now with it. The first shade that I'm going to report to you on is Dreamer. I used that 4 times. For summer, I used that once, Wild Child 3 times, Rose Gold once, Celestial once, Dazzling 2 times, Drama 1 time, Base 3 times, Soul 1 time, Incense once, Love 1 time, Volatile twice, Eccentric once, and Passion once. I have really enjoyed using this palette. Now, specifically the shades Intense, Volatile, Eccentric, and Passion. Those 4 shades I was really skeptical of when I first started using this palette. I was nervous that they would be really patchy, but they're not. I am really enjoying using this palette. I started off with 193.89 grams, and now it's 193.14. So I have been making some progress in it. I'm really excited about that. I would like to use it more, but January was the month of like trying to finish up the palettes that I was using No Pan Left Behind style and projects. And I didn't really have a lot of choice as to what I used because I really wanted to get usages on those so that now I can play for like the rest of the year. Or if I bring in palettes, it's more based on like what my goals are and stuff. And I'll get into that in a minute. So yeah, so those are like that was what I was really surprised about. Another thing, I'm gonna swatch Celestial for you. This is absolutely gorgeous. And I didn't think I was gonna really be a fan of this color, but it is so pretty. I mean, look at that. And then Soul, I mean, that's another one. Look at that. I mean, it's just gorgeous. These shades, they're beautiful. I don't know what else to say. So I've been really, like I said, I've been really enjoying using this palette, and I'm really excited that I decided to use it as my focus palette for the year, my Pan That palette, because it is something that I've been looking at in my collection for a while going, girl, you got to get more use out of that. And now I am. For my baby Pan That palette, this is something that I pulled in because I thought, you know, I want to have a little mini in so that when I want to go travel or something, I just want an easy palette. I can bring something with me. I'll put a picture of this up as well. It looks very untouched because it pretty much is. I've only used this once. It did not go down in weight at all, but it is a really lovely palette. When I used it the one time, I really enjoyed it. It was a great like go to work palette because I could use every single shade on my eyes at the same time, and they blended nicely. This little thing packs a punch. I was super shocked. So yeah, so that's my usage for the two palettes that are my focus for the year. So now let's get on to the palettes that I used just organically. Well, not really organically because I had to use them for project pans, but that's okay. That's okay. Now I'm almost done with that part of my journey. So this is the Flower Beauty Jungle Lights palette. This is gorgeous. Specifically, this green shade really, really made me happy. There it is right there. This palette is just lovely. It's really easy to use. These blend nicely. I was actually able to use it with a brush, and because that's the way I prefer to put on my eyeshadows. I mean, if I have time like today, I'm home all day, you know, I can take my time putting on my makeup. I don't mind using my fingers because I can wipe them off, I can take my time, but during the work week, I don't want to have to do that. So I had to use this in 2 different stages, and I did. So this was rolling out of the project that I put it in. So now I can put this in my drawer and call it a used palette for the year. So I'm excited about that because a lot of my palettes aren't very well loved. Then I used my Knobless Side by Side palette. I really enjoyed using this as well. I use this No Pan Left Behind style. It is gorgeous. It blended really, really well. When I can finally get back to using it, I will be very happy to do that. The next palette, the Tarte Maneater. This is the Maneater After Dark palette. As soon as this came out, I wanted it. I was like, mine, mine, mine. And the color story isn't even something that I normally go after. I mean, it has a lot of rosy shades in it and stuff like that. But what really drew me to this palette was this green and this yellow. So I'm gonna swatch those for you. The green and the mustard. And I used those in a look together, and it was just beautiful. These shadows blend beautifully. These shimmers are absolutely gorgeous. Everything in this Tarte palette blends wonderfully. I really don't have a lot of experience with Tarte shadows. I haven't really used a ton. All I have is the Tartelette and Bloom palette. And then now I have this one. I think I just bought another one through a little bundle last year that I like that I haven't used yet. That's coming in February. I'll talk more about that. But yeah, this was definitely my peak. This for sure was my peak. I really enjoyed using this. I had it in to use it No Pan Left Behind style. I used all the shades and none of them disappointed me. So I was very excited about that. Next up is my Urban Decay Born to Run palette. This was my first higher end eyeshadow palette. I really enjoyed this. Some people really don't like this. I did. I especially enjoyed these shades here. This bronzy shade was gorgeous. This shade down here was gorgeous. I really enjoyed using this, and I was sad to have to put it away, but I have to put it away for now. So this is going back. I'm not decluttering it. I'm using this project to kind of see if I want to declutter things through the year as well. And then finally, to give you an update on, is my Lorac Pro 2 palette. This thing is so beat up. I mean, it's like some of the things are coming off here, but I really like this palette. I feel like I really like it, but I really do. This was a palette that I was trying to pan during the Tiny Pans project pan. I think it was 2 years ago for the Fantastic Ladies. Anyway, I panned a shadow, 222. I labeled it. I have never finished a shadow ever in my entire life. And granted, it was in Buff, which is a really neutral shade. I use it to set my primer. I don't care. a finished eyeshadow is a finished eyeshadow, and this girl is really excited. So I really like this palette. I feel like they're very pigmented, the darker shades, like everything over on this side of the palette is really, really pigmented. I enjoyed using it, and I'm excited to try to keep using it in the future. Maybe I'll kind of use this as my, I want to pan everything in this palette and roll shades in occasionally to projects and just see how I do. So I went over my peak, which was the Tarte Maneater palette, and I gotta say that this little Lancome palette is my pit. Here's the reason. I didn't use it enough. It didn't get enough love, and I'm really upset about that because I do enjoy this. So I really want to get some more use out of this within the next month. Now, what are my thoughts for February? Well, I'm sitting here going, you know, I don't want to have themes, but I want to have themes, right? So February is like typically when people wear like the reds and the purples and the pinks. So I went through my collection and I pulled out all of the things that reminded me of Valentine's Day in some way, shape, or form. I pulled them all out. I'm not going to show them to you. I will report back next month on how I did with them, which ones I used, and I'm just going to use them organically as I see fit. I'm going to use the shades I want to use, just like this project is allowing us to do. That's kind of what I'm going to do. Every month, pick like a bunch of focus palettes and see what I can get through this year. So I'm really excited about this. I feel like I did a really good job. I used quite a bit of eyeshadow, and I'm excited to see what I do once I can just organically rotate through things and use what I want when I want it, and not necessarily have to use the things that are like in projects. So yeah, so that's my update for EYES 2023. Sorry about my rambling in the beginning, but not sorry. Some of you really enjoy that. So you're going to get to see a lot more of my personality this year because I'm going to try not to cut out so many things and not be so embarrassed of, like, you know, me and the craziness that is my life sometimes. But if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. And if you liked me, please subscribe. I hope you have a great day or night wherever you are, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.